Hey everyone, MD here. Today I'm going to break down and rank all of the non-ultra rare Trustmaster rewards in Final Fantasy War of the Visions. Obviously, your focus will be on attaining the best ultra rare TMRs, check out our tier listing video for those as well, but there are some non-ultra rare TMRs that are definitely worth your time and resources to go after. Let's jump in. As was the case in our other TMR ranking video, we break it all down in 3 tiers. S, the best, A, the next best, and B, the rest. Let's start with the worst non-ultra rare TMRs in the game and work our way backwards from there. Coming in last place on our B tier is no surprise, Zazen's Bearhood. You don't expect much out of the only N-ranked unit in the game, but this is almost a slap in the face. Who's going to waste an equipment slot on that? You figure for being immortal, he would have found something better than that to smite his enemies with. Jeez. The next 8 at the bottom of the B tier are also quite worthless. Misha's Magician's Cap, Liarte's Fancy Ribbon, Little Leela's Pretty Hood, Naya's Lunar Cape, Baelo's Forest Armor, Mia's Shinobi's Bandana, Murmur's Magicite Eye Mask, and Ishtola's Night Seeker are hard passes for ever investing in. The stat gains stink worse than a Maburo's Breath, and for the few that actually have a bonus ability, they leave you feeling like someone just sneezed right next to you without covering their mouth. The next 5 bring a marginal gain in defense, which is why we rank them where they are, but again, they don't provide anything that is worth your valuable time and resources. They are Surge's Snowfield Wrap, Severo's Seeker's Wrap, Vadim's Rubius Bandana, Sosha's Dragon Boots, and Uni's Cap of Devotion. We're just going to flash the last 8 of the B tier up on the screen because they are more or less the same with slight variation. They all provide a gain to either magic or attack that is right around 100. They all provide a decent secondary stat gain to something like evade, crit evade, accuracy, or crit, and most all of them feature an ability that says some sort of status is granted. This means that the unit that would have this TMR equipped would gain a plus 25% to inflict that status effect on an enemy unit. In the case of Helena Leonis' Guardian Staff, we put it at the top of the B tier because its ability isn't a granted one, but instead provides the wearer an extra 50 TP, giving it some use for support type units. Personally, I still wouldn't invest my resources into chasing these TMRs because there are much better ones that we'll start talking about right now. Moving on to our A tier. Coming in at the bottom are Fina's Reincarnation, Raryu's Moonless Gun, and Tyrell's Serpent Soldier's Crown. Fina's Reincarnation shouldn't be overlooked as Charm is one of the most powerful status effects out there. Raryu's Moonless Gun provides some decent stat gains coupled with granting the Blind status effect, which also shouldn't be overlooked. Tyrell's Serpent Soldier's Crown doesn't have an ability, but it provides some decent stat gains in terms of accuracy and crit that give you some flexibility in gear. They gave the unit away for free during an event, and if you happen to max him, okay, there's definitely worse non-ultra rare TMRs out there, but if you haven't sunk resources into his unit at this point, you may want to focus on mega rares that are further up on this list. The next 7 of our A tier are quite similar to the top 10 in our B tier. The only big difference here are that they provide a boost to magic or attack that is above 100. One could argue where exactly each of these should fall based on their personal preference for each status alignment, but potato, tomato, tomato. Number 19 overall is Etre's Boxer's Badge. Now Etre, I really tried to make it work between us. I really tried, on both accounts. But in the end, it just wasn't working. But don't worry, it wasn't you. It was, who am I kidding? It was you. You're terrible, but your TMR does give plus 3 agility, which I might be able to use. At number 18, we have Valaide's Robe of Alliance. If you're a fan of Whisper's ultra rare TMR, the Magicite Mask, the Robe of Alliance is a slightly inferior version of that and plays extremely well with resistance tanks or bruisers. Maybe somebody like Kilfi, Rain, or Raldor. Coming in at number 17 overall is Gaffgarion's Vermillion. When it was first released, the plus 122 attack gain was quite impressive, whereas now it's just okay. It does provide a slight boost to crit, and it helps inflict confusion when attacking, which help its value, but it's a TMR that falls under the same category as Tyrell. If you happen to max Gaffgarion's unit when the Final Fantasy Tactics event was going on, it's a nice bonus to a really decent mega rare unit, but not a TMR in today's War of the Visions landscape that gets you all hot and bothered.
Coming in at number 16, we have the Sword of Eihwaz, which belongs to Tyytas. Oh wait, not that Tyytas, this Tyytas. As you can see, it provides 10 defense, which is a rare gain from a weapon, and its ability allows the user a chance to inflict attack down. In theory, this would be an excellent TMR to equip on a tank that can use swords like Engelbert or Warrior of Light, but just be cautioned that you'll likely have another piece of equipment that provides more defense, maybe like a +5 golden armor, so the defense gain for the Sword of Eihwaz will get a diminished bonus as they don't directly stack. The next four are Mariale's Flying Spider, Margaret's Magic Baton, Seymour's Odachi of Destruction, and Mustadio's Bezrudio. You're probably starting to see a pattern on the stat gains for how they build mega rare TMRs, but now we really start to take a look at specific abilities and/or the inclusion of an additional secondary statistical gain that is notable. Mariale's Flying Spider has Spirit Granted for its ability, which will give the user a chance to lower their target spirit with an attack. Margaret's Magic Baton features an ability that reduces casting time by 50. If you watched our statistics guide, you'll remember that cast speed functions out of 1000, so a reduction of 50 really isn't that useful. But if you were to pair it with a vision card like Becoming Stronger Than Anyone Else or Envious Magician, it could make the difference in the unit using the baton casting magic before other units take a turn in battle. As for the Odachi and the Bezrudio, they both feature 2 secondary statistic gains as well as abilities that could come in handy during battle.
The previous 4 TMRs are on the fringe, but this is really the point of our non-ultra rare TMR guide, that we are going to go ahead and say that these TMRs are not a waste of your time or resources to invest in.
At number 11 is Ahlim's Antique Naginata. It gives a decent gain to attack and accuracy, but its ability of Ignore Defense plus 15 is where it gets its value. If you're tired of facing Engelbert or Warrior of Light, equip this beauty to help topple them. At number 9 and 10, we have Ravies's Hollow Slave and Elshra's Time Spire. Hollow Slave is attack-based, while the Time Spire is magic-based, and both provide evade, but their acquired JP plus 30% abilities are the reason they are at the top of our A tier. If you're needing to power creep a unit's abilities, slap one of these TMRs on and watch the JP rack up faster than the number of plastic grocery store bags in your pantry, or wherever you keep them.
And finally, our S tier. All of these non-ultra rare TMRs are a safe bet to invest your time and resources into.
Adelard's Vermillion Sword comes in at number 8 and is pretty straightforward. It provides boosts to attack, magic, and features a magic attack up bonus for its ability. It would be a great TMR to put on a unit like Miranda.
At number 7, we have Shell's Ignis Stick. To put this in perspective, this TMR is almost as good as a plus 5 Platinum Rod. It has 5 less magic attack, but makes up for that with some spirit penetration. Shell is also a top tier mega rare unit, so all around, this is a fantastic mega rare TMR to invest in. At number 6, we have Dario Hourne's Glinting Sword. The statistical gains are whatever, it's the ability that you want. Acquired AP up 30% is awesome. Remember, AP is what most of your damage dealing abilities require to use in battle. Finding ways to generate AP faster is like bringing a gun to a knife fight. Number 5, Levialle's Saiga Rod. Again, meh stats, but the ability of AP use -15 is better than a blended cinnamon roll frappuccino. Equip this and you'll be able to use whatever abilities you want in battle whenever you want. Pretty OP for a non-ultra rare TMR, if you ask us.
Number 4. Shadowlynx's Shadow Ninja Blade. While there are only a couple of units in the game right now that can equip this, the slight chance that a high faith Ketone could inflict paralysis with a regular attack in PvP is notable. Oh yeah, and the main reason we have it at number 4, plus 4 agility. At number 3, we have Salire's Magical String. Oh Salire. In our first non-ultra rare TMR listing video, I mistakenly rated you near the bottom. I don't have an excuse. It was idiotic. I'll own that. Because the truth is, there are a lot of really fun things we could do with that little magical string of yours. In all seriousness, Salire's TMR is amazing. A man-eater boost of 20% to any magic-based attack is quite powerful. This includes 1. Spellblade slash attacks, 2. Magic in general, 3. Magic-based missile attacks, and 4. Hybrid spells like Gilgamesh's Kotetsu. Keep in mind, it's a permanent buff and doesn't require a turn to be used in his ability, and it can be paired with armor and weapons without a diminishing return. The magical string is quite provocative.
At number 2, we have Phoebe's Chronal Cap. Whoa, wait. We have an SR unit in our S tier? Holy moogles, we do! Plus 11 defense is nice, but that plus 5 agility is amazing! And considering it's an SR unit, meaning less materials to max, sign me up! And coming in as our best non-ultra rare TMR is Mont Leonis' Lion Emblem. Marginal gains in defense and spirit, which is nice, but the ability to raise the agility of all allies within a range for 3 turns is without question better than many of the ultra rare TMRs that are out there. And really, there's no excuse for not maxing Mont, as his shards are easily accessible in the shop, and he holds up in battle against ultra rare units surprisingly well. Every account in the game should have this excellent TMR at their disposal. Well, there you have it, y'all. All of the non-ultra rare TMRs ranked from worst to best. If you liked the video, show the love, give us a sub. Let us know if you found any great specific uses for all of the non-ultra rare TMRs on your units in the comments. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.